Hey, so if you are a splenic authority manifestor or projector and you struggle with getting into a headlock, with overthinking, with analysis paralysis, with getting stuck in the weeds, with overthinking, this video is for you. I just wanted to explore some of the ideas around how you can connect better, connect more deeply, more confidently to your splenic authority if you are a splenic authority manifestor or projector. So I was just thinking about this just now because I think in this age of so much information which is external to us, so, you know, even watching this video actually on YouTube, putting stuff into ChatGPT, asking for opinions from our friends, really battling, actually, I think battling is the word that I would use here, because sometimes if you want to make a decision, you get into overthinking, analysis paralysis, right? And this is the complete arch enemy, the complete polar opposite of where you want to be on a day-to-day basis if you're a splenic authority in human design. So what I wanted to share today is I'm always going to come back to the two core themes here for us as splenic beings is recognition. What does your splenic voice or splenic feeling feel like in you, in your body? So we're going to have a look at that. And then always it's going to be about growing confidence in that voice and creating a habit of it, actually creating a habit in your day-to-day life where you actually have confidence and trust in that splenic authority, in that splenic voice or feeling that you experience. Is going to look different for all of us. So I was just having a think about this just now because I am literally creating my other business. I'm creating a series, like an ad campaign. And I'm trying to think of the best angle for it. And I know, like, my splenic authority told me straight away in the instant, as we work in the instant, our splenic authority is always going to give us the decision very kind of quietly, but it's there and it's instant. I knew right away what I needed to do. I knew that I needed to speak from the heart. I needed to, get across what I wanted to say, not what anyone else wants to say or anyone else's ideas or teaching or whatever, training on how to do certain things, how to create certain, like say for me in my other industry, it's kind of like creating ad campaigns and all that jazz. But I know deep down that I just needed to speak from the heart in an unconditioned way, not with anyone else's voice or styling or the way that they've worked out that things should be done. I knew it needed to come from the heart. I needed to speak as myself. And that was the correct thing. However, the moment you start getting into a headlock and you get into that analysis paralysis, if you're like, well, maybe I should go with this headline, but what about that headline? Is this headline going to land best with people, or is this one going to land best with people? And in my work, in my other business, it's really important to get the right thing, but getting the right thing isn't something that comes from our heads. It's something that comes as splenic beings. For us, the right decision for us is always going to come from inside, always. It's that quiet, beautiful voice that you're going to get to recognize. So let's have a talk about that. So firstly, I think the most important thing is recognizing when this happens. So when you are getting into analysis paralysis, overthinking, that's going to feel hard for you. It's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel like pressure. It is going to feel like an uncomfortable pressure. And a negative feeling of just like, well, which do I go, a tangled feeling, which do I go with? Do I do this or do I do this? And what about these plus points and these minus points? And what if I do this? And what would they think? And would that work? All of this is up here in our heads. Now, for me, I have an open head and a defined ajna and a defined throat. I'm a manifestor. Now, I'll show you actually. Here, this is me. So, defined throat, totally open head. I have a totally open head. Now this causes problems for me all the time. Coupled with this defined ajna, this is double bubble trouble for me. It really is, because my open head is very much open to inspiration all the time. I'm always like, I feel like this open channel to all the inspiration, which is wonderful. It's wonderful. But with my defined route, which is kind of like pressure, drive to get things done, I've always got the drive to go after things and make things happen. Sometimes this open head, I can have too much inspiration and other people's thoughts and opinions coming in, and I need to come back to myself. And this really is a theme actually for us as splenic beings, so for all of us really, in human design, for all of us humans. Coming back to ourselves is really one of the most important things that you can do, because that is when you are not being affected by other people's feelings, thoughts, energy. For you and I, if you are a projector or a manifestor, by default, you're going to have at least one open or undefined area on your chart. That means that you are open to conditioning from other people. That you're going to be taking things on from other people all the time. And this kind of overthinking, this kind of getting into a tangle of internal arguments and thoughts, this or this, what do I do? It's all pressure that you can literally just put down. You can just put it down. And if you find that you're getting yourself into this overthinking, into that unpleasant place of what do I do? Overthinking, you need to come away. You need to come away from the situation. You need to put that whole thought process, you need to put it down. Come away. Physically, you might need to move yourself to a different location. You might need to go for a walk, or, just change where you are. Maybe if you've been at your desk and you're overthinking something, maybe you need to get up and move around, go for a walk or something. Get in the car, go for a drive, whatever, go and have a shower, cook something, whatever. Change up your energy by changing up where you physically are. Put the thought process down and come back to yourself, come back to who you are. Now, as manifestors and projectors, our need for rest is real. It really is so, so important that we rest. We're not energy-based beings. Our energy comes and goes. We can't rely on our energy being epic all the time like our amazing generator brothers and sisters can. Ours comes and goes. That's a gift in its own right, but we need to learn how to manage that energy. And I think when we are feeling tired and we are overthinking and we're getting into analysis paralysis, come away from it. Rest. You might need to literally just get horizontal and just rest. Watch some TV. Have a nap. Have a drink. Whatever. Just relax. But come back to yourself. I really think that sometimes, as long as it's, it's difficult when you have people relying on you, if you've got little people or dependents or, maybe older people that you're looking after, whatever. When it's safe to do so and appropriate to do so, give yourself a little bit of solo time on your own. Come away from the energy of others. Come back to yourself, because that is when all of these big feelings, arguments up in your head, overthinking, all of that stuff can dissipate. You can put it all down and you can just come back to who you are, which is a calm space. It's a more neutral feeling time. It's lovely because you can just put away all that energy, put away the overthinking, come back to who you are. And when you are quiet, when you are calm, you might want to investigate meditation. That can be a really, really good way to calm your mind. Bring yourself back to a neutral kind of state. That is when you can hear your splenic authority. This is when we can start leading a more splenic-led life, because we have put down the chatter. Now, for me, my ajna, I was showing you earlier, wasn't I? My ajna is defined. I've got a very chatty ajna, very chatty. It's always wanting to sift through information and give me all of the thoughts and all of the, the busy thinking and, let's plan, let's do all this stuff. Shh, just shush for a minute, ajna. Shush, please. Let me hear my spleen. Let me hear what my splenic-led life actually looks like. Now, it's a wonderful thing, whichever ones of your, whichever defined or open or undefined centers you have, it's great. There is no wrong or right here. It's just the makeup of you, which is wonderful, but we do need to learn how to navigate this energy. And for me, I love my chatty ajna. It's amazing. It's so, so cool. But when I need to make the right decision, when I'm getting into overthinking, that's exhausting. So we need to put that down. For me, I need to put down the overthinking and come back to my spleen, come back to myself. Now, when you have quietened down, that is when your spleen will be able to be heard by you. And I think it's really, really important to get to grips with what your own spleen sounds like. Your splenic-led life is going to be very, very unique to you. However, what I would say it feels like in your body is I hear a lot of splenic authority folks saying that it can feel like a feeling, a strong feeling, your intuition, a voice. For me, it's words. Like, it's literally words that come from inside my body. It's not an overthinking thing. It's usually quite kind of short sentences, or maybe even just a word or two words. I'll tell you a story in a minute about, my gosh, a time it pretty much saved my car from listening to my spleen. The thing is, your spleen is gonna feel different for you, whatever we're all so different, aren't we? But for me, it's words. For me, it's short sentences, and it's not a question. It's just fact. It's just stated in my body, and you can really get used to this from just making a choice. So say, for example, here's a really tiny choice that I could make. Like, do I want to paint my nails red or pink today? Straight away, like even just then, I've already done my nails, but if I was to do my nails again just then, straight away, my body was like pink. It knew. And because I'm in a calm state, I'm in my neutral state. For me, I'm calm. I'm a little bit excitable, but then that's just my character generally. I like to talk. It's just what I'm like. But even then, I'm so tuned in with what my spleen is like, the voice that I experience from inside. Straight away, it was pink. I knew that. And that could be something like, these seem like small choices, but are you going to have a vegetarian lunch or a fish lunch? Are you going to have a bath or a shower? Are you going to walk this way or this way? You can always check in with your spleen. You can always, once you're very familiar with what that voice or feeling feels like to you in your body, you're going to be able to tune into it super quick. Now, as us projectors and manifestors who have a splenic authority, it's my belief that we are we're the quickest moving people, right? We are the ones who, for projectors, yes, you're waiting for that invitation, but your spleen is constantly communicating with you. Manifestors, you're here to start things. With that defined spleen, with that splenic authority, when you hear it, you can go. So say for me, this happens all the time, obviously on a day-to-day basis, but on a walk that I'm on at my lunchtime, do I go this way or this way? Literally, give it a second, tune in. It's that way. It's so clear, quiet, but clear when you're tuned in and you're not up in your head. So this overthinking really is kind of like a red flag. You're overthinking. You need to come back to yourself, give yourself a bit of time, give yourself a bit of grace, and learn what that sounds like. How does your splenic voice sound to you? This could be an exercise that you could do right now. How does it sound to you, and how does it feel in your body? So something that happened once, which is, I'll always share this story because it's such a potent reminder of how powerful our authorities can be. I was in a car with my kids, and we've got a turning out at the top of our village where you need to turn left, but it's kind of a blind corner and you can't see who's coming. So for me, I always approach very slowly. I'm kind of like, I go around the corner, like nudge my way out to make sure that whoever's coming the other way, if there is someone coming, that they can see me. And it was a while ago, maybe, I don't know how long ago, but I think maybe last year sometime. And I was going up the hill, and I had this very clear feeling, Splenic-Led, and my splenic voice said to me, don't slow down, stop. So I stopped, and a car came shooting out. I've never seen a car drive so fast. It must have been going like 60 miles an hour at the T-junction. So if I had even gone slowly around the corner, he would have taken me out. And I had my kids in the car. It was really, really severe. And I remember just feeling like, whoa, like it was a real, like, okay, I my spleen's got me, and that's it for us as splenic authority beings. Our spleen has got us. It is the center of health and decisions and keeping us safe and intuition. And that is just what I wanted to share really in this video, is just to say, if you are overthinking, if you're getting into analysis paralysis, if you're getting into arguments in your head and you can't figure out the way forward, you don't know what to do, come back to yourself. Let the energy of other people, or maybe the place where you're in even, let it dissipate. Come back to yourself so you're feeling calm, and check in with your spleen. Listen to what that spleen sounds like. You're going to get better and better and better at this as time goes by. You're going to grow more and more confidence in how your spleen looks after you, how it keeps you safe, how it helps you make the right decision. So that is it for today. If you would like to book in for a session with me so we can just speak, you and I, for an hour and a half on Zoom, and do a splenic tune-up so you know better what your spleen sounds like or feels like to you, you'll be able to see a link somewhere on this page so you can get booked in for that session with me, and we'll literally spend this time together tuning in to what your spleen sounds like and helping you to trust it more, grow your confidence in it more, so that you are able to tune into it quicker, to help you move forward more confidently, more calmly. It's going to just positively impact every area of your life once you've got this down. And I can't wait to share that session with you. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Do come over and check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Just look up Splenic Authority Society and come and hang out with us. It would be great to get to know you and, you know, just jam on this whole topic. It's amazing. So take care and see you soon.